Peace, love, and light, guys. It's your guy, Professor O, coming through with a dose of that good yo. Come everywhere like broken glass and around like a circle. Anyway, anyhow, let's get down to this round now. Today, I want to talk about, I almost had it, but I just got done finished other videos. I'm going to say the other title. Let's get down to this title, being an inspiration. Now, literally, when you're being an inspiration, you got to realize you're on your path. You're on your path, and you don't even know that you're inspiring. That's when you know you're doing the correct and righteous thing. Why? Because when you're on your path and you know that you're just so, how can I say, it's so tunnel vision. Like you're so focused, you're so highly tuned in to developing yourself that you're not even noticing how legendary and how monumental the things that you're doing. How many mountains you're climbing, how many steps that you're hopping over and jumping on, because you don't even know what you're doing or how monumental it is. You're just putting one foot in front of the other, literally making it happen until it becomes perpetual. Rinse, wash, and repeat. And you don't even know what you're doing is becoming so legendary. You don't even know the battles that you're conquering. You don't even know the wars that you're winning. And you're doing this on a daily basis. This is why when it comes to really becoming an inspiration and you're tunneled in and you're tuning into who you are, you're developing yourself, and that's your main focus, discipline is everything. Because when you're highly disciplined, that means you're going to be able to repeat what you did the prior day. And then it becomes rinse, wash, and repeat. And then you continue to do it again and again and again and again and again. And then when that happens, things start to change. Things start to align, because as you're aligning to who you are, your frequency is changing, the way you're thinking is changing, your perspective is changing. Everything is aligning to that future self that you've seen. And if you don't really have a set goal, you just want to become better. And then now you see that your goal is, because again, when you're looking at it, folks, I'm varying right now, but I've told you guys, I'm very long-winded. But at the same time, I want to start making these videos a little bit more shorter so I can get down to the nitty-gritty. But when you're literally when you're literally applying it and it's becoming perpetual every single day. It may be something so tedious that it becomes repetitive, but when you continue to do it, even when you don't feel like it, things start to change. You start to change. Your whole entire chemistry starts to align to that goal. Why? Because now you're becoming someone different. And if you don't even have a set destination of where you want to be, oh my goodness, and you just want to be successful at all times, you're going to continue to be successful. And you don't even know what the mountains you'll be climbing and conquering, because you'll just keep doing it so repetitively, so easily, that it's become second nature. Literally, I digress. You know, I got the points written down. Again, let's get right down to it. To be inspired is one thing. To do the inspiring is something totally different. Now, listen, when you are inspired, that is such a beautiful and humble state. And always remember to keep it humble, because when you are inspired, remember, you're being influenced by an outside individual or outside entity. That's just fine, which is totally good, especially if it was for a positive and righteous reason. It's a very, very beautiful thing. But when you're doing the inspiring, now that's something totally different. You don't even know that you're doing it. That's when you know you're becoming an inspiration. Now, those that seek to be inspired, oh, I want to be an inspiration, I want to inspire many, this, that, and the third. You're going to realize those are the ones that are always going to work hard and not necessarily achieve their goals. But when those are tunnel vision, when they're not worried about those little things, because that's so vain and it's so banal. But when you start focusing on yourself and understand, I just want to become a better me, I want to become a bigger me, I want to be a better version of who I am, and I know I can do it, then that's when you become monumental. Then that's when the things that you start to do become legendary, and people start looking at you in awe, like, oh my God, how does he do it? And you're not even understanding what's up, because you're looking at these things so simple, because you're doing it, you're disciplined, you're applying your discipline towards your goals, towards your activities on a daily basis. Let me get right to it. You know, I'm long-winded. You only achieve this by being into who you are. You notice nothing around. A true example of tunnel vision. And that's the self-explanatory right there. You really become just a simple-minded individual. You're not ever saying that you're a simpleton, but things become very, very simple. If things are not adding into your glory, if things are not behooving you, if things are not bettering or beneficial your present or your immediate future, however, those things won't, because you're so tunnel vision that it has to align to what you're doing. And when those things start to become aligned, when those things really start to get involved, then that's when you start seeing the benefits. Then that's when you start getting the nutrients out of your work and your efforts. I'm telling you now, stay with me now. Folks will notice this immense focus immediately. And that's when the inspiring begins. Literally. When people start paying attention, like, I see this guy every single day. He doesn't talk much, doesn't do much, he just does what he do, you know what I mean? Or maybe you're doing podcasting, maybe you're doing videos, maybe you're doing drawing, maybe you're doing rap, whatever it may be, whatever art that you're putting out into the world, whatever effort you're putting out to the world. And it may necessarily not even be art, it can just be a simple day-to-day job. But it's the fact that how tunnel vision you are into doing it. That right there, see, people don't comprehend what exactly, I don't want to say people, excuse me, folks don't comprehend what passion really is. People feel like passion is like, look at this grandeur, look at this glory. That's charisma. Passion in itself can be very silent, but it's something about how they're doing it that is passionate. They're very steadfast, they're very focused. It's passionate is a very general term. I need you to really understand that. So don't ever be, stuck in one perspective when you come to passion. When you want to see passion and this, that, or third, don't confuse passion with charisma. Those are two totally different things. However, they do complement each other very well. I digress. Let's get right down to this right now. Can you dig what I'm saying? It can happen from observing someone totally in their moment or the product of someone who was. Now realize not every person is an inspiration. Some products or something that was created by someone can be an inspiration. There's been many times that I've looked at something and I was like, oh my gosh, this is such a beautiful creation. And I was inspired to do likewise, to maybe create something different. So not necessarily it could be a person that could be doing the inspiring. It could be the product of the person who created it can do the inspiration in itself. There's a saying that goes, artists are mortal, but the art that they create are immortal. Literally, and that's very profound in itself. Do your due diligence. It's very easy to comprehend. If you don't think about it, rewind it, I'm always here. Can you dig what I'm saying? All right, inspiration. True inspiration only happens when you're in your zone, truly being you. You emit a very authentic frequency that's contagious. Folks will be drawn to you like moth to a flame, roaches to sugar. Literally. Because when you're in that moment, you're emitting a different type of frequency. It's very authentic and it becomes contagious. And it's something about them. What is it? What are they doing? You know what I mean? You'll attract a lot of roaches. That's what I said. You'll attract moths to a flame. That moths will just be like, oh my God, he's just shining so bright. And then it'll be so authentic and so weighty that sometimes a lot of these moths can't handle it. And they may just be perished or being wrapped into that type of light. Or you'll attract roaches. Roaches will be attracted to that sweetness. Like, oh my gosh, I can't get enough. I gotta be around him. I gotta be around it. It's just so much. He's just so cool. He's just so smooth. He's just so sexy. Can you dig what I'm saying? It's just what it is. And then they'll wanna they just wanna be around. They can't help it. You know what I mean? It's something about it. It's that aura. Now, not everybody has it naturally, but it can always be gained. Don't ever get it twisted. Some people are just born with talent. Some people are just born with a gift. Everyone's born with gifts, but some people are just born with that gift of passion to be able to apply it. That gift of inspiration, that everything they do is they're in their authentic self, and it just looks so awe-bringing, awe-inspiring, whatever term best suits the sentence. But that doesn't mean that that's not something you can't acquire. Everything and anything can be acquired that someone else has had. Some it may take less, some may take a little bit more, but I'm here to say that it's all obtainable because God has made it all equal ground, it's equal footings, fair share. But it's all about whether you want to be able to put your foot in front of the other to get up and obtain it. That is the difference, literally. Especially when you're doing it honorably and you're doing it admirably. Oh my God, you're definitely working in God's grace. God loves that. Especially when you're doing it honestly and with positivity and all the negative that's hitting you and you still didn't change to the negative and you're doing it in a positive light. God is like, I can deal with this. Yeah, you deserve it. Here you go. I need you to have that now because you're doing things, you're going against what everything is happening. Everything is trying to tell you to be negative and you're being positive. Oh, you're representing me and you a sweet scent around shit. Oh my gosh, I love it. I gotta bless you. We gotta protect this one. Why? Because you're standing out. You're becoming something very favorable. I'm not ever gonna say it's gonna be easy. I'm never gonna say it's gonna be hard. But I am saying it's obtainable. So go out there and obtain it. Go out there and achieve. I'm pretty sure. I believe in you because I believe in myself because I'm sexy. Can you dig what I'm saying? I think you can. Again, that's the end of that point right there. Again, this message is for the adept out there, for the master, the expert, the proficient, efficient, the self-efficient, the one that's always doing it and never losing it, that's growing and growing, that's going at all times. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. And remember, speak good, see good, do good. When it is good, it's all good. Can you dig it? And for the haters out there that love looking at your boy, make sure you look at my good side because you know that I'm sexy. Can you dig what I'm saying? I think you can. Peace, love, and light. I'll see you guys in the next video.